where do you picture, like when you think of solid, like core childhood, like in yourself, the most yourself in your childhood, is there like a space that you picture more distinctly?
Like a physical space or a mental space?
More physical, but I think how are they glued together?
I think you could ask me this question at different times and I'd have a different answer depending on like which memory I pondered on last.
Yeah.
But I think one that always comes back is in my bedroom at like 3 a.m. And the bedroom doesn't matter, like I see it in I've had different bedrooms. But it's like this like deeply intimate space, which I know it sounds kind of like cliche perhaps to like look back on like myself as a teenager and remember these moments and be like, oh, this was deeply intimate, but it was. And I think most adults criticizing the sensitivity of teenagers have lost something in themselves, because we all have that sensitivity, and if it bothers you so much that someone else has it, it's probably because you're in denial of it, and it reminds you of like your own that you're trying to shut down or something. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But it was very intimate, an intimate like space. And I feel like even now it was done so, like I didn't know shit, you know? I was done so like by accident. I ended up enjoying staying up late when everyone else was sleeping, and I could just like do art or write things and think about the world and be in my like emotional world without feeling any pressure or anxiety or stress or expectations. And now I find myself like trying to access that part of myself again, and it's like much harder because there's so many more layers of like awareness that I have to like fight through.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was a long answer.
Yeah, that's okay.
What about you?
I probably have a couple too. I didn't have an answer in mind when I asked that. I just felt like it was a cool question.
Yeah.
I would say, well, I feel like my one childhood bedroom that I grew up in, but I feel like also there was this, we had a fort built. We had like a piece of land that had like some taller trees just beyond like a garden or like, yeah, so like just grass. And we built like with like 2x4s this like kind of just box around a tree. And then the tree grew up, and then so we had a skylight, right? It was just a hole in the top. And
right, yes,
yeah, the door was swinging, like it was just one nail, so it did like a swinging thing. Yeah, but that tree I would climb to like the very top and sit at the top of the tree, and it was pretty tall. I mean, I don't know, it was a pretty tall tree, and it kind of like would wobble. I could make it like sway, but I didn't try it too often. But anyway, I liked being up there and like looking over like our whole like yard, or just like imagining it. When I watched The Bridge to Terabithia recently, I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe that's why I did that, or maybe that's why I felt connected to that movie, because they climb that tree and they look out and they're like, they imagine the whole other world that's not there, and they're in it together, and like that's like what I would do. And I would spend like so much time just sitting. Like I remember sitting on the top of that tree, and like my like mom or someone being like, dinner's ready, and I'd be like watching like all my brothers like run to the house, and I'd be like, I don't want to come down. But so that place was
yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah, and I've never had a place like that. You know, that's kind of like hard to recreate in your adult life,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah, climbing trees, man, it's underrated.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree to myself, I guess. I think the last time I climbed a tree is when I was in Australia, and there's like this park, and I climbed a tree as an adult. Technically, I was 19.
Like there are rules on what age you can stop climbing a tree.
Yeah.
We should go climb a tree today.
I think we should go climb a tree. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like people don't climb trees like kids climb trees.
Yeah. Yeah. Why?
I
want to. I love climbing trees.
Me too. I love it. Mm-hmm. And I love that. I sat in the tree and I wrote down shit, and it was great. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, today, if I went by myself in a park with other people around, I don't think I would climb a tree, you know? Like, that's what I mean, like, as a grown person, I went in the park by myself and there was other people around and I just climbed the tree and sat there. And I don't know, I would like to say that yes, I would do it, I don't care. With my present mind at this time right now, I'm like, I don't know. In America, maybe not.
Well, I feel like there are trees that I would climb and trees that I wouldn't, depending on place. Both the trees that I have in my mind, I have two distinct. Well, I have three. I have a lot of trees that I said climb, but
you got your trees.
I do, but they were all in like a private setting. They were not in a public setting. They were like hidden or like in a place where I feel like if I went back today, I would climb them.
Right.
Because it wouldn't be like a park. I wouldn't have the pressures or whatever. You know what I mean?
But would you go in public and climb a tree?
I don't know.
You know, kids don't care. Kids climb trees everywhere.
It'd be the parents that I'd be worried about judging me. Or the parents.
Whose parents?
The kids' parents. Whatever kids are at the park.
Oh. But let's say there's no kids. You're just like brand new scenario. You're just going to a park and you're going to climb a tree. And there's people around. Are you going to climb the tree? Are you going to try and climb a tree? Imagine sitting at Belle Isle and just looking around and this random dude is like trying to climb the tree.
If I knew that I could climb it, if I like analyzed it and was like, that looks like a pretty easy 1-2 step, I could sit there.
Yeah.
I might.
Yeah. I think that's the thing. It's gotta be, I gotta mentally know that I can do it. I can't fail in front of people.
Can you imagine falling out of a tree?
I just so much want to have a fucking picnic. Being like, what the fuck, girl? You're an adult.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they climb a tree. I think I stopped when I started getting older, and then I started getting scratches all over myself, and then I was like, oh, but I'm a girl. I'm supposed to. I'm not supposed to have scratches and bruises on my legs because I'm like all freaking bruised up on my chin right now.
Yeah. So am I from pushing you in that baby cart?
Yeah.
Fuck. I really have two functioning brain cells right now. I feel like you say something and like I'm like keeping it in my mind and thinking about it, but then you said something else and I'm like, fuck. Wait, it's too fast.
We swapped places from last time. Yeah. Okay. You can take it wherever you want to go.
I think the concept of being an adult and the concept of being a child is like very pressuring right now, because I feel like I'm in the middle of like still feeling like a child in a lot of ways, but also feeling like an adult in a lot of ways, and like navigating like what part of my childhood self do I want. Like, I want her to be part of me. I want her to shine through adultness, and I want my like childhood like heart and creativity and imagination and like wonder, and like all of these things are part of me, and those are things that it was my childhood self, and it is myself now, because it's just me. It's just like core essence of who I am. And those parts, I want to carry through as an adult, obviously. But then there's also other parts of growing up that's like, well, I don't think being immature in certain, like emotionally, is very rewarding, like beneficial to me. It's hurting me more than anything else. Like, not accepting that I have more awareness now, and I have more responsibilities now. And like, I think getting stuck in like not accepting these things because I'm trying to stay a kid is not beneficial to me. And navigating like which aspects of childhood do I want to keep, and which aspects of adulthood that I want to keep to, like, merging the two in a way that's not like, there's so much pressure. I think maybe because being in your 20s, of like what an adult should do and what an adult should be like, and should adults fucking climb trees, like shit like that, like so many things that it really doesn't matter and has nothing to do with your adulthood or your capacity to be emotionally mature and take on responsibility to fucking climb a tree. It does not matter. It's so irrelevant in adulthood, in my opinion, how I see it right now. And it's just frustrating because there's so many of those messages, and it gets really hard to like sift through what's beneficial to me. Like, basing my adulthood on climbing a tree is not beneficial to me. Got checked, but there's so many that I don't have the mental space to like go through all of them, and they just sometimes all attack me, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm just a girl.
Yeah. I feel like I'm thinking of some of the things I wrote when I was 15 that still relate to today.
You're saying,
Mm-hmm. I'll open it only.
Oh God, yay.
The very first page.
Juicy.
Yeah.
It's very cute. It's a cute notebook.
My one of my good friends got
Show
my
the
birthday.
class.
It was a gift
Look how
for my
cute.
15th birthday.
Oh my God, I love it. Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
Yeah. I've only gotten so far. But I was rereading it, and I was like expecting to kind of be like, okay, whatever did childish Sydney write? And then I was reading and I was like, holy shit, that's still me. Oh my God, what? And then I'm like, I got kind of scared for a second. Like, have I grown at all? But I'm like, these things I still resonate with, and not because they're childish. It's because they're true to me. And I think that's beautiful to like understand. Like, there are a lot of things in here that I'm like, okay, Sydney. We've moved past that. We've grown a bit. But yeah, like some of the things, let's see, like I wrote, I'm not good at writing how I feel, or like, I'm awful at making decisions. I can never make up my mind. I feel that giraffes are awkward creatures, and so my we should stick together. I was obsessed with giraffes. I'm glad we got that out. True story.
You should stick it. That's so adorable.
I think I know everything, but I don't. I'm very willing to try new things when I feel like it. I don't like the shape of my head.
Wow.
Yeah, the last thing I wrote is like, I'm still figuring out who I am, which I thought was cute. Like, a lot of these things, I guess, they resonate with me, but they didn't for me to say them. But, like, as a whole, it's like, wow, you're right here. And you're right here.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, like, cute things that, like, are, like, anxieties that I had then, and, like, some things I've grown through, and some things, like, now I can see why I felt like that. Or other things that I still feel like, okay, why, how have I carried that with me this long? Like, okay, let's uncover this. And so, yeah.
It keeps track.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. You told me this, like, yesterday, and I had never thought of it that way, how you can, like, kind of communicate with your past self, or at least, like, listen to her or hear her out by, like, writing or documenting in some form. And I think that's pretty cool.
Like a time capsule almost.
Yeah.
I remember being obsessed with that.
Yeah, I feel like I thought it was cool, but I never, like, put the words to why it felt cool. You know, I was just like, oh, it's cool. But yeah, I remember the first time I think that I, like, read back on stuff I wrote when I was younger. I remember it was, like, stuff I wrote when I was, like, 14, 15, and I reread it when I was, like, 18, 19. And when I was 18, 19, I was, like, going through a really difficult period. I was very depressed. And I remember reading the entries or whatever, and I was like, this is fucking crazy. Like, it's like I was talking to her. It's like my younger self was talking to my older self. It's like some of those things were, I don't remember exactly. It's been too long. I need to find those journals. But I remember thinking, like, it's fucking crazy that she knows exactly what I need to hear. And it makes so much fucking sense. Like, it makes so... Yes, I'm the only person that will know my heart so well that I know exactly what I need. I'm the only person living with my heart and my mind. Obviously, I resonate with myself. Like, and I think it's cool. I think it's so cool. And I think it's so hard to hold on to, and it's so hard to it's so easy to forget that, like, all the answers are, like, right here. And it's so easy to just get lost in, like, the world and all the expectations and the pressures. I'm lost there all the time. Like, all the time. And it's so much work but it's also so simple. Like, it's such a simple thing. Really, just listen to your mind. Like, listen to your mind and to your heart. But when, like, your mind and your heart has been so intertwined with, like, you know, like your parents' voices, perhaps, or your high school friends' voices, or your teachers' voices, or your boss's voices, whatever it is. Especially your parents, I think it probably stems from that. And you have all these ideas and these opinions growing up because your parents told you those ideas or those opinions, and you never really questioned them because you're a kid. You know, you go through life and whatever, and then you hit a certain age that you're like, wait, I'm listening to my mind, but this doesn't feel like this is my mind. And the nuance, like the little distinction of feeling
it's so subtle. When it's in my mind, like I am thinking it, I'm listening to my mind, but it's not my voice, it's my mom's or my dad's or fucking, whoever's. Which, I'm not saying their opinion is bad, it's just not mine. It's just not mine. And yeah, the distinction between like feeling this is in my mind, but it's not quite like my own voice, and then listening to something that this is in my mind and this is me, it's like so difficult to navigate. And I feel like the more I'm doing it, the better I am at understanding what feeling is the one I'm trying to pursue, but it's hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I feel like listening to the voice or feeling that for the first time, kind of feeling like your own presence in your mind does not agree with something that you're doing is a very tough one to follow, because there are so many reasons to listen to like this other voice. There are so many like reassurances that like you will be loved if you follow this way of doing things, and like there's nothing backing up your own opinion. It's just it's like empty. You haven't built it yet. You don't know. You've never lived enough by your own mind to like create these things for yourself. And it's really tough to start listening to that, because then it feels like you're like having to compete. And when those things become like external, maybe you get like questioned, or you get like it's outside of your mind, and the voices that you hear on the outside are questioning your actions and decisions. It feels like you have to like battle that with your level of experience at that age or whatever, like might not be the same, but it's like you're building like solid truth every time you listen to that, versus like kind of giving in to just what might be familiar,
comfortable
to learn. I'm not saying that those things are like anything bad or good, like they're a mix of everything, it's like how you're learning to navigate the world, but it's like kind of like taking them and like placing them on your own little, it's like it's all a big like foggy blob, and then you're like there's like sheets of paper that you have to grab, and you're like, oh my god, am I even freaking doing anything? Because I'm pulling out of the mist. And it doesn't feel good, but then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I got this thick stack of paper, that I could like fuck shit up with, like I believe in that. I wrote that book.
Oh, and that feels so liberating to have that stack of paper. And then sometimes you're like stuck in the fog, and some of the paper goes back, and you're like, wait, no, I thought I put that one yesterday. What's it doing there? Oh, I am missing it. Okay. And like constant like back and forth. And I think I mean, fuck yeah, I resonate with all of that. I think it's really hard to do when I feel like, I don't know if this is like a bias I have, because I've been raised by someone who is pretty perfectionist, so I live with some of those traits in me, and I don't know if that's a personal struggle or if it's more like a cultural thing. I think maybe it's a bit of both, but I think like our parents and stuff like telling us things, or like adults telling us things and how to do certain things or whatever, and you're just like, well, this is what I believe in, and it doesn't align with that, and so I'm not gonna do that. And they don't understand how you could not do that, because it's like, let's take something fucking easy, like get a job, like whatever, like, and it's like, well, no, I want to, like, I don't know, build my whatever, whatever other dream you have, and your parents like not getting how you could build that instead of like getting a job. Like, I might try to build that dream thing and fail and realize, actually, I do want a job. I do want something stable. I do want like those qualities, but I'm never gonna do it if I don't experience for myself why I want the job. Like, you telling me to fucking just get a job, which isn't necessarily an experience I have that much with my parents, but I know it's very common. But if you're just telling me to fucking get a job, I mean, no, fuck you. I'm gonna do other things. Like, I don't want to. And it's not so much about, and I know they're doing that to like protect us and make sure that we have everything in our toolkit. But it's like, I'm at a point where I don't want to fail, but I want the experience of failing to better understand myself. And I need the support and grace to do that.
Yeah.
And in a culture that feels so like you gotta be perfect and have the perfect opinions and be politically correct about everything and know, like, fuck, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? Dude, I'm a baby adult. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know so much. Nobody does. Nobody knows so much that they can be morally correct about every single, like, it's just impossible. And I think, like, as long as you're open-minded and, like, willing to take in and change your opinion and, you know, be flexible and adaptable to the world around you, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Like, there's so much pressure, and it's like, I want to have the space to fail. I want to fail. I want to get a job that fucking sucks and realize I'm never going to do that again. And at least that is some fucking certainty in this big blob of, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, at least, okay, I did that. That's, no. Let's try that. Oh, like this and this of that. Like, I'm wiggling myself through. I you know, I try thing, wiggle, not like, you know, whatever. And I need my parents and fucking adults and whatever to stop fucking telling me what to do. Stop it. And if you want me to network for work, I'll figure out why I need to network. I trust myself that I know how to talk to people in a way that I feel integrity with. I'm not interested in small talk. And if I need to do this small talk bullshit to get a job, I don't want that job. This is my truth.
Yeah.
So leave me alone.
Yeah.
And maybe that's how I feel right now, and in 6 months I'll be like, actually, if I did that small talk shit, I would have gotten that job. And maybe, I mean, I'm evolving, you know, but I need to wiggle.
Yeah, and the support there.
Yeah.
I feel like that's, a very universal feeling, maybe. I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of people feel like this need or want to fail, and that sounds like weird to say. Like, I want to, like, feels like,
I want to fail.
What do you mean? What do you mean? But I think a lot of these things, like, are in a lot of, like, young people discovering themselves these days, and there's not a lot of support for that, because it looks differently the way that we fail and we explore. There's so many more things to explore that we're kind of shoving down. This is the way that you're supposed to fail and succeed. Like, 'cause I know, so do it this way. And, like, that itself feels like a trap. Well, I don't want to. That doesn't feel like failing to me because you already figured it out. I haven't done it for myself. Then, even if I succeed, it's like on your behalf. Then what am I?
And you haven't truly failed because you had a safety net of the comfort of knowing that's what it looked like.
Yeah. And, like, there's, like, we deserve the sense of fulfillment for doing it for ourselves. And I think a lot of us do crave and want that. Like, that's what we have to work for. But it's so muddied that it's like, how do you escape that? How do you have the support, like, build the support around you before you can start exploring and experimenting? Because a lot of people can't, you know, they don't have the support. It's
tough.
like, you have to do it this way or no way at all. And so you're never able to do it.
Yeah, and when you never experience, like, a little peak of freedom, like mental freedom, then you think that's all there is, and that's all you know, and you need to do these things because that's all you've been told, and that's all that you can see. And that's unfortunate, I think.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know if this is like a generation thing, perhaps. I don't know. There's a lot of pressure, I think, to not feel, like, generally speaking, as, like, it's not fun to fail. Like, it's not a fun experience. But on top of that, we have social media where if you're someone that follows, are on social media, then there's this pressure of like you can only show your life when it's doing good or whatever. And I know that as a culture we're aware of that, but we still do it. It's still there. The pressure is still there, even if we know about it.
Yeah.
And and then you see all these people that look like they never fail, and so it's so easy to get caught into like, well, what's wrong with me if I'm constantly struggling and failing when everyone's fucking doing great? And there's that layer of like social media and like everyone being able to see that you failed or not or whatever. And then there's also the layer of like, the world is kind of struggling right now, and I feel like a lot of those older generations were just like, they'll figure it out. And now there's this pressure to like succeed in like fucking saving the world.
Yeah.
I don't know how to solve climate change, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Or like how to inequity in the system. I don't know how. I'm aware, but like, it's too much. Fuck, I'm just a girl.
Yeah.
So there's so many layers of like pressure of why I think it's so difficult for us to explore ourselves and why we avoid failure so much. It's like, because it feels like we can't. It feels like we're not allowed to. It feels like the fucking world rests on our shoulders. And if we fail, it's because of us that the world burns. Not because of like fucking...
The entire history of
Yeah,
mankind.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is enough.
I think so.
I think that's plenty to ponder.
Plenty to ponder.
Plenty to ponder. The self.
The self. Cheers. Great. Isn't that weird? We are the future.